My name is Abigail Duarte. I'm a medical laboratory technician and I currently work at Del Sol Medical Center as a lab tech. Well, I originally started at Southwest University as a medical assistant, and I actually wanted to explore, what else I could do as a medical. When I was a medical assistant, I saw, triage, I saw patients, but I wanted to do a little bit more. I wanted to make a difference in patients' lives, and one way I saw that is by being a medical lab tech, and being a medical lab tech, you examine all the samples that the patients are getting taken out of, like urine, blood, body fluids, things like that, and I can be able to make a difference by interpreting those results and pushing those results to the pathologist or the doctor so that he can make a pre-diagnosis off of that patient. I was actually at a doctor's office at Southwest Eye Institute, and then before that I actually got hired here as a lab tech for the medical laboratory technician program, and then that's when I got promoted to being the medical laboratory coordinator. So I was the one that was coordinating all the labs that the students needed to take in the duration of the program here. I like how it's very family oriented here and how all the instructors will go beyond their means to make sure that you're getting the material and just making sure you're comfortable in the environment here in the labs. It was actually very easy when it came to doing the whole enrollment process. I was helped by Elisa, so she made it very easy. It was very easy to ask her questions when it came to financial aid, enrollment, when was my start date, and regarding my books as well. So it was very easy startup. I would have to say my microbiology classes, so Bio 103 and 104, and my hematology classes. I retained everything. Granted, he wasn't one of my instructors, but I did, Kevin Thayes, he was one of my trainers basically on how to retain all of this information, because if you give off the wrong result, you can potentially hurt the patient. So it's retaining that information and doing that information correctly when you're doing the actual lab procedures. So getting that training from him, it really helped out in my new job, my current job right now. I think it's just putting myself in a different work environment for sure, because in this environment, we're just teaching our students the theory part of it, the background behind what is an MLT. And now that I'm actually in a setting where I'm processing patient results and I'm processing samples, it's different, because one thing you mess up, it can retract everything. So you want to be very diligent on how you handle those samples and those results. There's two people that come to mind is Kevin Thayes and Aurora Ruiz. So Aurora is actually the one who's the coordinator for the externship side. So she has dropped into my work and came in and asked how we were doing. And we are still expecting students to be going. And we actually got a new student who is now an employee at my work right now. So it's nice seeing familiar faces to turn to coworkers now. Okay. So it's very, very enlightening. I'm starting a whole new chapter in my life, and I'm gonna be able to, make myself happy for, this is the end, but it's technically the beginning of my new career. Right now, since we're all living in different times with this whole pandemic, it's different, I can be able to help out the patient in the background. Even though I'm not coming face to face with them, I'm still able to make a difference in their lives by being in the background. Even though I'm not an RN or I'm not a MA or CNA, I'm still doing as equal work as they are. Well, I'm actually gonna be finishing up my bachelor's, so I'm constantly trying to do better for myself. And with this bachelor's under my belt, I want to eventually be a supervisor in a lab. So with me being able to stay at my current job right now, even 2-3 years under my belt, I can hopefully pave that road for myself to be able to be a manager or even a supervisor at that point in the distant future. Never give up, even though times are super hard and you just want to give up and just stop. Don't, because there will be a grand reward after it, definitely. I didn't see this light 3-4 years ago, and look at myself now. I'm in the position that I never thought I would be. And I can just imagine what's to come 2-3 years from now, or even a year from now. So that's what's exciting and rewarding about what I'm doing in my life right now. My name is Abigail Duarte, and SU made me happen.